Like many people, you are concerned about the stock market and its potential to crash again. While it is impossible to predict precisely when or how a market crash might happen, there are steps you can take to help protect your finances in case one occurs. Hello everyone, welcome to Wealth and Wisdom channel. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. This video will discuss the preparation guide if the stock market will crash again in this video. So sit down and pay attention because this is essential information that could save you from financial ruin. What to do if you have stocks in your portfolio. When it comes to stocks, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. Whether it's a sudden drop in value or a scandalous revelation, many risks come with owning stocks. As an investor, it's essential to be aware of these risks and plan what to do if something goes wrong. If you find yourself in the unfortunate situation of having stocks in your portfolio that have dropped in value, you should first assess the situation. Is this a temporary dip or has the company struggled for a while? You may want to consider selling your shares if it's the latter. However, if you believe the stock is still a good investment, you may want to hold on to it and wait for the value to rebound. Unfortunately, bad news about a company sometimes comes out after you've already bought shares. If this happens, you'll need to decide whether to sell or hold on to the stock. This can be a difficult decision, but ultimately you'll need to weigh each option's potential risks and rewards. If you're concerned about the legal implication of holding back onto a stock that may be tainted, it's best to consult an attorney or financial advisor before making any decisions. How to diversify your stock holdings. While there are many different ways to invest in the stock market, diversification is one of the most important factors to consider. By investing in a variety of other stocks, you can minimize your risk and maximize your potential return. Here are a few tips to help you diversify your stock holdings. First, consider investing in a variety of industries. This will help you ensure that your portfolio is not overly exposed to any sector. Second, consider investing in both domestic and foreign stocks. This will help to reduce the risks associated with currency fluctuations. Third, consider investing in both growth and value stocks. Growth stocks tend to be more volatile, but they also offer the potential for higher returns. On the other hand, value stocks are less volatile but may not provide the same upside potential. Finally, consider investing in both large and small cap stocks. Large cap stocks tend to be more stable, while small cap stocks offer more growth potential. By following these tips, you can help ensure that your portfolio is well diversified and that you are taking advantage of all the different opportunities the stock market offers. What stocks to sell if the stock market crashes again? No one can predict with certainty what the stock market will do in the short term, but there are specific steps investors can take to help protect their portfolios in the event of a sharp decline. One strategy is to sell stocks that are highly leveraged or have high levels of debt. These companies are typically more vulnerable to a downturn and their shares tend to fall more sharply than those of less leveraged firms. Another type of stock to sell in a crash is speculative plays or growth stocks. These companies tend to be more volatile and their shares usually drop further than those of more established companies. Finally, selling some or all of your positions in foreign stocks can also be helpful. While these stocks may offer the potential for higher returns, they are also subject to greater risk, and their value may decline more precipitously in the event of a market crash. How to buy gold? Many people view gold as a safe investment, and for a good reason. The metal has served as a stone of value for centuries, and its value is not dependent on the stock market's health. Gold often rises in value when the stock market crashes, making it an attractive investment for those looking to protect their assets. If you're thinking of buying gold, there are a few things you should keep in mind. First, gold is measured in troy ounces and it's essential to know the current spot price per ounce before making a purchase. Second, gold bullion bars or coins are the best way to invest in gold as they will hold their value better than jewelry or other items. Finally, don't forget to factor in the cost of storage when buying gold bullion, as it can be expensive to keep your investment safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you like this video. What to do with the money you make selling your stocks if the stock market crashes again? Like many Americans, you've watched the stock market closely over the past few months. And while there's no guarantee that the market will crash again, it's always possible. So what should you do with the money you make from selling your stocks if the market does a take turn for the worse? First, it's important to remember that you shouldn't panic. If you sell all your stocks in a panic, you're likely to lose even more money. Instead, take a deep breath and think about your options. One option is to invest your money in other assets such as bonds or real estate. This way, you'll still have some skin in the game, but you won't be as exposed if the stock market does crash again. Another option is to hold on to your cash simply. This way, you'll have liquidity if needed, but you won't be risking your capital in the stock market. Ultimately, there's no right or wrong answer regarding what to do with your money if the stock market crashes again. It all depends on your goals and risk tolerance. But whatever you do, don't let fear dictate your decisions. What are some safe investment options during a stock market crash? Many people experience a great deal of anxiety during a stock market crash as they watch the value of their investments rapidly decline. However, it is essential to remember that stock market crashes are often followed by recovery periods and that panic selling can often result in significant losses. For this reason, it is essential to consider safe investment options during a stock market crash. One option is to invest in bonds. Unlike stocks, bonds are not subject to the same fluctuations and can provide a steady income stream. The second option is to invest in gold or other precious metals. Gold is often seen as a haven during economic turmoil and can be valuable to any investment portfolio. The third option is to invest in defensive stocks, which are stocks of companies that tend to perform well during economic downturns. These companies typically provide essential goods and services that people continue to need even when their budgets are tight. Finally, another option is to invest in hedged equity funds, which are mutual funds that use various strategies to protect against stock market losses. While there is no guaranteed way to avoid losses during a stock market crash, these safe investment options can help to minimize the risks. So what should you do if the stock market crashes again? The first step is to stay calm and not panic. Next, consult with a financial advisor to get their opinion on your situation's best course of action. Finally, take whatever steps are necessary to protect your assets and ensure you can weather any potential storm. Have you been through a stock market crash before? What tips would you add to our list? Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.